Hello, everyone. Um, I want to share again another video. Hold on a second. So, a lot of people are writing to me on my email and asking me about discharge. So, there's not just one way of discharging. Um, Actually, you do not discharge, they do, the corporations. So it's not with the coupon method, it's not that you pay it, you discharge it, or you ask for the discharge, right? You can say you discharge it, whatever. But I just want you to understand a little more, as I have been understanding for the past year, all these things. So here in my screen, I'm sharing my screen, and it's discharge. Okay. I think I have, okay. Important keys to discharge. 3 jurisdictions. Okay, there's 3 jurisdictions, and I mean, there probably more, but that I can tell. Um, so the first thing about discharge is acceptance. You have to accept the so-called bill. You can do conditional acceptance. You can do according satisfaction. Then you're going to enforce it. So maybe I could just write here, enforce it. I'm not gonna write enforce it because sometimes you just send it and it's discharged. So enforcing it is if the corporation does not send you a letter saying we do not take the form of payment or anything like that. So you are going to enforce it. There's several ways to enforce it. And then you're going to do a rescission or our cease and desist form. And then comes a discharge. A lot of people are like, how do I discharge? They discharge, okay? You could say you discharge, you make them discharge the debt. So the 3 jurisdictions, in my understanding, I mean, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you guys write a comment on this video and say, well, you're wrong, I'm here to learn, okay? So if I'm wrong, let me know. So, so the 3 jurisdictions are maritime administrative law. I can't say that word. You know what I mean, this one. And then maritime. Okay, this jurisdiction of discharge is in your capacity, the capacity that you have right now, that you are the debtor, and of course you are not. You're not the debtor. You are the creditor. Okay, but this fraud situation, they just tell you. So that's why you have to do an acceptance, okay? You do an acceptance, and you can do this without status correction in your capacity. You don't have to do anything like that. You have the bill, the presentment in your hand, so you can do what you want with it. Other people choose to pay it with another check, like I used to do many years. But now I take it as I endorse it as a money order. Not that I'm paying it with a money order, because we don't have the ability to pay anything. So you are going to try to discharge it. So that's one jurisdiction. I should have put one here. And so the second, okay, so the maritime amity, I cannot say that word. Okay, you do the presentment, the bill, the coupon. You do the administrative process. You can do according satisfaction. One of the people on YouTube that does that very well, it's the 0%. He has two videos that I think I have one in my channel. It says the 0%, and you want to read his book too. You want to read his book. It is really, really good. They have it online. They have it as a PDF, I think, for free, or you can just buy his book. So I don't know. You can find it online and read it because it's very, very good. A lot of people are in his community. They pay money to for him to teach a lot of things. They are really, really good things. I mean, this thing about changing your name that he teaches about, putting your name, changing your name, it's just fabulous. I mean, that thing is just insane. So check out 0% because he's the best out there when it comes to according satisfaction. I have a video here in my playlist that is called the 0%. Watch that one, and he will tell you exactly how to do according satisfaction. Okay. He uses a stamp, $1 stamp, and an endorsement in the front. And I mean, just watch that because I don't want to teach it because it's not my process. I mean, I'm really learning from a lot of people, and then the way he enforces, there's another video that I'm going to put on his playlist. It is the way he enforces things with the intent to sue, and then an ad in the newspaper. It is excellent. And in that video, he says that you want to have, if you want that account closed, you can do this, because if you want it open like a credit card and still using it, it ain't going to happen. So if you want, kind of discharge, paid off, set off. So remember, set off is in the private, discharge is in the public. So you will want to have that credit card terminated. And if you choose to do that, that's fine. I don't use credit personally anymore. Maybe one day I will, but as of right now, I don't care for credit cards right now. I don't want any of that. Although there's a lot of videos on how to do with a credit report, and I have a video also that there's many ways and letters you can send to fix your credit. There's also people that are doing it for you. If you're like you want to fix your credit, it's good to pay someone to do it. They know what they're doing, and it's good if you have the money to pay. So check out the 0%. He's really good in according satisfaction. Okay, so the other jurisdiction in the discharge is common law. Common law, you can do a conditional acceptance. That's in the capacity on your private side. A conditional acceptance. I do have a template for that. I've sent conditional acceptance myself, and then you enforce it, sending it to several places, like a Secretary of State and stuff like that. And that's how you enforce it, the conditional acceptance. What I understand, the conditional acceptance do not do a UCC1 with any conditional acceptance. That's what I've heard. That is not, it's going to get you in trouble. The UCC1, not that it, I can verify, I cannot verify that, but I'm just telling you. So just be careful, but the conditional acceptance is fine because it's in the common law. It's, you're answering, you're accepting it with acceptance. You're accepting the bill, and then you're going to do conditionally accept the bill. And so I should put this right here, put a 3 right here. So is acceptance, rescission, discharge. Okay, rescission. Let's see. You can use, like I said, cease and desist form, and that works too. It's not easy. It's not an easy process. And with this, the acceptance, the rescission or cease and desist form, and then discharge, you need to be willing to go to court. You need to be willing to go the way because you are going to understand what you're doing. You're not going to give up. They're going to make it hard on you, and you want to be willing to go to court, present yourself in court, and know what to say. Know what to say in court. And so that'll be like the fourth, you know, arbitration or to go to court. So maritime law, okay, conditional acceptance, accord and satisfaction, the common law, conditional acceptance. Now, the third one is equity. So in equity, I'm just learning about equity, but it's so beautiful. I think I'm going to go that route. The problem, not the problem, but the situation with equity is that you need to learn and read a bunch of books, long, I mean, like pages, and understand it. So equity is the other one that you can discharge any debt. And the beauty about equity is that you can also discharge any core, any, when they sue you, you can bring equity into the court, and the judge has, if you do it correctly, the judge has no option but to dismiss, discharge, okay, what you bring to court. So in equity, there's three things. We could say three reasons why you want to use equity. So an impossible event, like an impossibility, when something is merely impossible, you can dismiss something because it's impossible. And fraud. Okay, this fraud is very interesting because in equity, you don't want to prove the fraud. When I first started this journey, I thought, I go to court and I prove the fraud. No, ain't gonna work. So it's very hard to prove, in a sense, the fraud. It might be easy for you in your mind, but it's not in reality because they use the lawyers, the bar lawyers, that they're trained to put you back. The lawyers and the judge put you back in jurisdiction. So fraud. But the one that I want to emphasize is a mistake. It's when you do something because you made a mistake. So you sign that credit card because you made a mistake. You signed that a mortgage because you made a mistake. You signed a car promissory note. You bought the car by mistake. So mistake is one that a lot of people go to in equity. So I'm learning that. I'm just in my beginning stages. I'm like the baby, trying to crawl into and navigate all the equity learning thing. I'm reading 4 books that are huge. And, you just need to understand it. It takes years, I guess. You can take a course on equity. That's my plan. After I read the books, of course, one of them will be Black Law. And then the other one will be, what's the other book? I forgot them, but I'll remember them. It's just they're so long. There's so much stuff to learn. I'll let you know the books. I'll write it here when I remember. Let me see. Oh yeah, I remember. Levine Common Law Manual. That's one of them. And of course, the Bible is one of them. And then the other one is Burton's Legal Thesaurus. Uh, okay, that's it. And that's the 4 books you want to read on equity. So when it comes to discharge, you can use in this one you can use your full capacity. And in the common law, I would say yes, the same. In equity, as I understand it and learning, you do want to, it helps when you have corrected your status. When you have status correction, helps a lot. My plan is to go 100% in the private. I'm about 70%. I corrected my status already. And so in equity, I want to go into equity, learn all I can about equity. So when you send disbursements or discharge, you want to enforce them. Just don't sit around and not do anything. You want to enforce. If you want to look, Joe Lustica, he has about 4 videos on how to enforce the presentment, the coupon. Look at those videos. I think I have a 2 templates about enforcement, but you don't want to use a template. You want to write like he does. He has a video where he has written, live his enforcement letter. So you want to do that. You want to enforce it and then discharge and be ready and get ready with all the documents, everything you send. Certified return receipt in some instances will be registered mail with the post office. So you can enforce it and hopefully you get discharged without going to court. But you want to be ready. You want to stand your ground. You want to stand your square, as they say. And you want to learn how to speak in court and how to, take yourself out of their jurisdiction and put it into jurisdiction, either common law or equity, and for them to discharge, because you want the judge to stay in jurisdiction so he can discharge, okay? Because the judge, like when you go to court and everything, he's the one that discharges. So you want him to keep his jurisdiction, and so he can discharge because he has the power to discharge right there. You just have to learn how to speak in court, how to say what and if you, I think I have right here on this one, I think I have, okay, here, I've written a lot of things. Okay, that's something else. Okay, I want to share this, so that's it. And then I'm going to share this with you, very important. This you can say is another process. It's a administrative process, but it's a little more depth. Okay. So in Levine's common commercial manual, okay, that's the one I was talking about because I forgot. But here's an important thing. Okay, in this manual it says discharge by alteration. You want to discharge a presentment by alteration of instrument. So what they usually do, especially mortgages, they make an alteration of the instrument. Okay, they make an alteration of it. Like if it's a blank endorsement, they do a restrictive endorsement. Sometimes they make a whole new promissory note and then they do an alteration. So you can discharge on that account, So if one part, let me read this. This is what it says in this manual. If one part to a written instrument, okay, one part, like you will be one part, and they'll be, the so-called, the one that you're the debtor in their eyes, and they're the creditor, right? So the creditor is one party, and you're the other one. So the other party may, if he wishes, okay, no, I'm sorry. Okay, let's go here. If one party to a written instrument alters without the other's consent, the other party may, if he wishes, declare the contract discharged. The alteration, however, must be intentional and material. An alteration is material if it changes the legal effects of the contract, okay? So let's read again. An alteration is material if it changes the legal effects of the contract, okay? So you can discharge, they can discharge, make them discharge on this count because of an alteration of the instrument. And that's most of the time. So there's a fact right here. There is an invalid power of attorney form somewhere in your closing documents. This is a lender's form. This is called a lender's form and proves intent to alter the note, which is a draft, not a simple promissory note, okay? It is a draft, not a promissory note. They conceal their intent. Of course they do, to cash it, right? The forms are intent and fraud. The forms are intent and fraud. When you look at the state requirements, you will see it does not comply. Okay, this is something else that I wrote here. So, this is very important. This is another process that I'm learning, that you discharge or they discharge. On these grounds of invalid instrument, the promissory